Hello, welcome to Todd Miller TV user submitted question, which is why does a listing sell for more or less than the list price? So it's important to understand where a list price comes from. And a list price is nothing more than an invitation to make an offer. It's nothing more than a seller and an agent saying, hey, this is the price, or the price we should come out and say, house is for sale, here's sort of the starting point, if you would. Why would it sell for less? Okay, a couple reasons. One reason is it was overpriced, meaning the agent may have came in and said house is worth $150. The seller said, yeah, we want to put it on the market for $160 or $170 just to see if we get anybody like from California that comes in and thinks it's a deal and just buys it, right? And then it sits on the market, sits on the market, sits on the market, and finally somebody comes along and says, well, I like the house, but it's only worth $150. I know it's listed for $160 or $170, so I'll just offer the $150. Then the agent goes over and says, look, here's the offer. It's the only one we've had. We've been on the market for 3 months. No one wants the house because it's overpriced. We talked about before it's only worth $150. You have a $150 offer. The people go, okay, you're right. We tried to get the higher amount, and in a way that could be bad. And the reason it could be bad is because a lot of people are going to be turned off and not even go see it. So if it listed at $150, you could just hold your ground and say, we're not taking less than $150. So it can sell for less because you overpriced it. That's really one of the reasons. Now, why can it sell for more? Okay, obviously you underpriced it. Even if you price it appropriately in a climbing market, it can sell for more because the price that you decide when you sit down at a listing appointment between a seller and the agent, they're looking back at the sales, trying to guess what the value is. And if the market's going up a little and they pick, oh, well, this sold 2 months ago, it's the model match just like yours, let's add $5,000 or let's list it at that price. And the market's increased a little bit, but you don't really know because you can't prove it with data. And then all of a sudden, a bunch of offers come in and people outbid it, like the offers I have here on this property, which are, I have over list price offers on it because there's a very shortage of inventory. Now, this offer I'm talking about here that we have on this property, we listed at $15,000 over the last sale because we could see the trajectory of sales. It was going like this, like there was a sale here, then here, then here. We could see the line up. When we looked out among other houses in the community, they were all higher as well. And there's nothing for sale in the neighborhood. It's a nice neighborhood. So we just said, hey, let's add a little bit to it and take that strategy. And we nailed it because we got all the offers right at that point, but we got a couple above that too. So, it can sell, the list price is not, it's not a government stamp of value. It's not a definite, this is what it's worth. It's not, this is what we'll take. It's not, if you send us an offer with this, we have to take it. It's none of that. So it's just a guess. So whether it sells for more or less really doesn't matter. I guess in a perfect world, there wouldn't be list prices. People would just put the house on the market and say, send me offers, whatever you think it's worth. And that'd be an interesting way to do it. But this helps people narrow down what they're looking for. Gives something, a starting point to look at. So whether it sells for more or less, a lot of times doesn't mean anything. If you take 2 listings and one's listed for $160 and one's listed for $140, and the $140 gets a bunch of offers, it sells for $150, and the $160 sits on the market, but eventually it sells for $150, the list prices were not relevant. The house is worth what the house is worth. So I've done this a lot, obviously. We've listed over 2,000 houses here between my partner and I. So we know how to price the properties, and the goal is price it to get the most money in a reasonable amount of time that suits the seller, that's what they need, that works for them. And so those strategies are what's really important, not just picking a number and then hoping that it works. And of course, that list price is going to depend on what's happening in the market. Market's falling, market's rising, whatever. So I thought I'd share that with you and give an update to the user that asked that question. That's my update for today, and hope to see you on another video. Thanks.